All right. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you today. I'm excited to share with you some of the things that I've learned over the years about natural solutions and essential oils. So I know some of you that are going to be watching this are brand new to essential oils, and some of you have a little bit of experience. So if you have any questions along the way, please feel free to send me a comment or message, and I will be happy to get those questions answered for you. All right. So I know it shows Dr. Isabel, but I'm actually Dr. Brigitte Rossi, and I'll be doing the class today. Dr. Isabel graciously is sharing her Zoom meeting with me. So that's why that shows that. So I'm Dr. Brigitte, and I am a chiropractor and a wellness advocate with doTERRA, and I just love to empower people to really become their own wellness and health advocates. Nobody knows your body as well as you do, and nobody knows what's going on as well as you do. So the more you can empower yourself so that you have the tools necessary to take care of yourselves and your family, the more you can change the course of the rest of your life and your health there. Plus it costs a lot of money to run to the doctor all the time and to always be waiting for prescriptions. With essential oils, there's none of that, and you will get to find out a little bit more about that. So my goal here is give you the tools to get these essential oils into your home and feel empowered with how to use them and feel a little bit more confident in how to use them. Of course, these are baby steps. You're going to start with a little bit, and then we'll learn more as we go along. All right, so don't be shy about not knowing what it is or asking questions. All right. And then if you think of somebody who also could benefit from these essential oils or this information, please give them our information and share it so that we can get this word out to more and more people. And if this is something, of course, I'm always looking for more empowered relationships. So if this is something that you see that you would like to also do, then please contact me and we can talk about that. All right, so first off, I want to talk about what essential oils are. So here I have all kinds of lovely essential oils here that we're going to be talking about. And what are they? They're just, a liquid in a bottle. No, they're much more powerful than that. They are actually the plant's aromatic compound. So if you go to your garden and you rub on a peppermint leaf, all of a sudden you smell your hand, it smells like peppermint. That is because you got those volatile aromatic compounds on your hand. That is the essential oil. It can be found in the seeds, the bark, the stem, the flowers, any part of the plant, really. So depending on the plant, we'll actually harvest it from different parts. It is the plant's way it protects itself from environmental threats, as well as it gets its properties from that. So it nourishes its environment. It attracts, right? It attracts the pollinators. It attracts certain animals to it, as well as repels things. And if I were to rip the peppermint leaf, those oils in there also help heal it. There's a lot of properties in these essential oils, and that's what makes them so valuable. So they are highly concentrated. Here, if I were to get my peppermint here, I just love this peppermint. I'm going to take one drop. So just one drop like this in my hand. And if you have some peppermint at home, please feel free to do this as well. So just rub in your hand and breathe it in. And what you're going to notice, if you have a therapeutic grade essential oil, which I'll cover in a little bit, that it is very, very potent. I can feel this through my eyes, through my sinuses, even in my brain. It is lifting up all that brain fog. It is giving me more clarity. It is opening up my breath. I'm getting more oxygen in my breath. And it smells absolutely amazing. My kids say it smells like candy cane, right? That peppermint in the candy cane smells so wonderful. So 1 drop of this peppermint essential oil is like 27 cups of peppermint tea. Now, there's no way, if I needed a little bit of a pick-me-up, if I needed, if I had some brain fog going on, if I needed help with anything that peppermint has to offer, that I could drink enough cups of tea to get the same effect. So when we're talking about essential oils, we are definitely talking about their potency, and that's why it's important to know how to use them. And that's why we have these classes, all right? So the peppermint, 1 drop is like 27 cups of tea. Very, very potent. So they've been used, essential oils have been used since the beginning of time. We've seen them, of course, we know the story of baby Jesus getting frankincense and myrrh essential oils as gifts after his birth from the 3 wise men. So those, even back then, they knew how amazing of a gift and how amazing and healing that these oils were. They've seen them in the Egyptian times. They've used them for various ceremonies all over the world since the beginning. So these are not necessarily new, a new invention of any sorts. It's just that it's new that you can get information about it, and it's new that you can get it directly in your home with ease, all right? So some of the oils I want to talk about today are very, very specific. I want to tell you the difference about essential oils first. This is something you may have come to this webinar from one of my posts, which explains that not all oils are created equally. Most oils out there, if you go to Walmart or if you go to HomeSense or Costco or even a health food store, Whole Foods, anything like that, most of the essential oils that are out on the market are synthetic grade, okay? Now, synthetic grade means that as long as I have 3% essential oil in this bottle, so in this case, it would be about 7 drops or so in this entire bottle that was peppermint, I can label it 100% pure certified pure essential oil, and but yet I can put the rest of the 97% whatever I want. I do not need to label that. As long as there's 3%, I can put whatever else I want, and that is considered a synthetic grade. It smells nice in some cases, and it's just for basically just for aromatic use. You know, kind of like an air freshener of some sort. You can use it like that. You can use it in your potpourris. But it's because of the synthetic grade, it doesn't last as long, the smell, and it won't give you any therapeutic medicinal properties. Okay? So most of them, if you go to the grocery store out there, even if they say 100% pure essential oil, that's not necessarily what's in there. One of the things that I can see that this is going to be actually peppermint in this bottle is that it is certified pure and therapeutic grade. Okay? So right here on this bottle, CPTG, that's going to show me that it's certified pure and therapeutic grade. What that means is, so after we have our synthetics, we have food grade, which is not necessarily, it will have something that they say is approved for digesting. So in the synthetics, sometimes you can have turpentine in it. The food grade ones, you're not going to get turpentine, but there might be something else, propylene glycol and other things that you're going to have in there. In the therapeutic, this is the one that we're talking about potency. So that 1 drop equals 27 drops. We're talking about potency. That's in a therapeutic grade, okay? So these oils are therapeutic grade, but they're also certified pure, meaning that they've been tested by a third party, okay? So every liter of these oils have gone and been tested by a third party to make sure that they are pure and to make sure that there's nothing else in them. So they're not diluted with anything. They don't have any pesticides, no herbicides, no GMOs, no gas emissions from the farmers. Nothing like that is going to be found in these essential oils. All right, so these are, when you buy this lavender bottle or you get this peppermint bottle, you are ensured that it is 100% essential oil. Okay, so that is something very important to look at. Because there's no regulation, there's no regulatory body that looks over essential oils, and that's because it falls into personal care products, and personal care products don't have a regulatory bottle. Your bottle of shampoo is the same way. There's a lot of greenwashing happening, and it's very important to know where your source comes from. All right. So in this case, you can look for the certified pure and therapeutic grade essential oil to make sure that you are getting medicinal properties and that it's pure. Okay. The other thing you can look for is, if you can grow lavender, peppermint, lemon, things like that, and ingest them, you can actually ingest the plant and ingest the fruits, right? You should be able to also ingest the essential oil. So you can see that in this lavender here, there is a supplemental facts, just like you would see on a box of food. All right, so supplemental facts here, and it'll tell you what's in it, which it says it's lavender, right? That it's just lavender flower. So if you see that supplemental facts on the bottle, you know that it is going to be safe to ingest, especially if you're looking at like plants like this, where lavender, you might go to the grocery store, you might go to Whole Foods, you might go to Walmart and get a bottle of lavender. You might go get a bottle of frankincense. If it doesn't, those are plants that you can ingest, typically. Therefore, if you do not have that supplemental facts on there, or that certified pure therapeutic grade, then you know that there's a chance that it could be greenwashed, diluted with something else, and you don't know what it is because the regulatory body doesn't force the companies to disclose that information. Okay. Now, I'm going to be talking about the doTERRA essential oils today, and the reason being is because of that trust for the company. I know exactly what's in it. One of the reasons I know exactly what's in it is they have a bottle, they have a number on the bottom of the bottle here, and I can go to source2u.com and I can look up that number and it'll tell me exactly what's in this bottle. Okay, so this company discloses everything. There are no secrets about what's in this bottle. There's nothing hidden in this bottle. So you can definitely find out more information about that. The other reason I've also chosen to talk about these, and I've chosen to sell and support this company, is their sourcing efforts. So like I said, it's important to know where your products are coming from, right? There's different standards for growing plants in different parts of the world, and it's important to know where they come from. One of the reasons is if I grow lavender in my yard, right, it's going to have different therapeutic properties than if I grow lavender in a farm in France or in Bulgaria, okay? Everywhere if it comes from its indigenous native land, then it's going to have more therapeutic properties. It's going to be sustainable, and it'll have more of those properties that you're looking for. Okay, so that is important to me, and it's also important to know where they come from. So I'm not a great farmer. I wouldn't want to source lavender from my garden or from my soil. My soil is depleted in many, many different things. So if you're looking at the sourcing of it, lavender actually comes from Bulgaria at this time. And they go through great efforts to train their farmers or teach their farmers how to grow the lavender in a sustainable way and how to harvest it so that it is pure and it doesn't get cross-contamination or polluted in any sort of things, so that it will then pass all of their vigorous tests that they put it through, okay? So those are things that are extremely important to look for in your essential oils or anything that you're gonna be ingesting, because that's what feeds the rest of our body, right? That's what feeds our organs, and that's what feeds us and gives us our energy for the day. So making sure that they are sourced properly and then also harvested properly, so you get maximum benefits from your product, okay? Because if I had to if I was using some other product that I had to take 5 drops of peppermint to get 27 cups of tea versus 1 drop, I'm going to get a lot more benefit from this, right? Plus, I don't have all the other ingredients my body has to process. So that is something extremely important to look for. So again, certified pure therapeutic grade, as well as where it's sourced from. And again, if you look on the sourcetoyou.com and you look up this number, you'll be able to find out all that information. It's very much disclosed to you. All right. So there's 3 ways that you can use essential oils. All right. So once you've gotten your oils, if you have them, you're welcome to try these things out with me at the same time. So again, we did do a drop of peppermint, right? Inhaling it. I can still smell it, so wonderful on my hands. All right, so one of the most common ways to use essential oils that most people know of is aromatic, right? Aromatherapy. That is one of the ways that you can use it. And I actually have my diffuser going right now, right? And I have some Breathe in here. So Breathe is one of the most commonly used in a diffuser. That's because diffusing an essential oil is really, really wonderful for anything respiratory, right? Because you're breathing it in. Anything respiratory as well as mood. So anytime you want to, you find there's a lot of grumpies in your house, or you're just feeling unmotivated or down, aromatic use of the essential oils is a wonderful way to pick you up, to shift gears, as well as help anything respiratory. So that this Breathe is a wonderful way to use the diffuser. So so anything respiratory. If my kids have a cold, or if we're just feeling a little congested, if I have anybody sleeping over that snores, or any sort of respiratory issues, then the Breathe is wonderful to diffuse it. Or I sometimes will even just apply a drop on the chest. But diffusing it is wonderful. So most people are familiar with that. And then for mood, one of the reasons it's so wonderful is that when you breathe it in, it has direct access to your brain. The reason being is that because they are pure and therapeutic grade essential oils, what happens is that the essential oils can actually cross the cell barrier. So typically, one of the reasons you see antibacterial drugs out there, but you don't see antiviral drugs, is because drugs cannot cross the cell barrier. So if I have a bacteria, and this is my cell, and the bacteria actually floats around the cell in the intracellular fluid, right? So if you take an antibacterial drug, it's going to come and it's going to kill anything in its path, good or bad, right? And wipe that out, right? And then, of course, your body has to deal with the chemicals in the drug. But right now we're just talking about how it will kill the bacteria. Now, viruses will actually go inside the cell, okay? That's why drug companies cannot get in the cell, and they can't give you an antiviral drug. So you have to just wait out, right? So that's why the flu, they say, is so big, because they can't do anything. Once you have the flu, you just have to wait it out and go through it, right? But essential oils, they can actually go across the cell barrier and get into that cell and attack that virus, as well as help nourish the cell and its function, okay? So the other way you can do essential oils, now I'm going to say this, I only trust this one that is certified pure and therapeutic grade, okay? So if you can find the doTERRA ones, you find that labeling certified pure therapeutic grade, then I can trust it to take internally. But internal use is another way to take essential oils. And it's wonderful when you start feeling that scratchy throat, just as a daily detox. There's so many ways that you can take them internally to help benefit your overall health. All right, so one of the things that is wonderful, this On Guard essential oil is one of my favorites. It is wonderful. It's called their Protective Blend. So I have it in a roller bottle, kind of like this, where I can roll it on my kids' feet. If they are, if they're not feeling well or something like that. Or when I love these ones, these On Guard. On Guard is an amazing product. It comes in so many different forms because of it. So this one has a little beadlet. Show you. So this little mini beadlet right here, right? This little thing, my 4-year-old can, well, she's now 5. My 5-year-old can swallow this just fine with a little bit of water. So this is a great way, even kids can take it internally, as well as adults who don't like to taste their essential oils. So I like to take it and just pop it in my mouth. And then I get the benefits of it all the way through my throat and all the way down, as well as so my entire body. Okay, so the On Guard is wonderful. It will go throughout all of my cells, right? It will make sure that they're all healthy, that no virus is in there, anything that can overtake my body, right, and make me feel ill. So this is a wonderful way, especially with flu season coming up, as it's called right now, the fall. Basically, everybody eating a lot more junk food, all the holidays coming, people are really, really busy. People's immune systems go down, right? Well, I am here to tell you that this On Guard is not just wonderful to combat viruses and bacterias and funguses and any microbial things. It is also boosting your immune system at the same time. Now, if you've heard of antioxidants, most people I've spoken to have heard the word, okay? They might not know exactly what it does or anything like that, but basically an antioxidant is where there's toxic stress in our bodies and it starts to damage our cells, okay? Like free radicals. We don't want radicals in our body, okay? We want everybody to know their job and the cells to be healthy, okay? So an antioxidant helps get rid of those free radicals, and they're extremely important for our health, okay? So we've heard of blueberries. Blueberries are really high in antioxidants. Most people have heard that. So there's a scale where you can measure them. On the scale, we have carrots that are at 200 on this scale. They're really actually, that 200 on the scale is really low, okay? It's called the ORAC scale, and carrots are at 200. Then we have blueberries, high in antioxidants, right? 2,500, really, really high. A lot of other berries you might have heard of, goji berries, also really high in antioxidants. But then we have what's in this On Guard, we have clove oil. Clove oil is actually the highest in antioxidants. So with blueberries at 2,500, clove you can find it at 1,078,000. That blows my mind. I can't even comprehend that, right? So in this On Guard, you're getting the antibacterial, antimicrobial, antifungal, antiviral properties, and an immune boost. I couldn't ask for anything more. If my immune system is rough and I feel like I'm going to get sick, or if I feel like I've been around sick people or anything like that, or I just want to make sure, I'm going on the plane, I have a big event coming up and I want to make sure that I'm good to go, then this is my best friend, along as with my kids and everything like that. So it's a wonderful way to use it. So we have internal, like I just mentioned, and then we have the aromatic. The third way you can use your essential oils is topical, all right? So topical essential oils are wonderful. Some of the favorites, frankincense. Frankincense is wonderful for the skin. Anything, any sunspots or aging spots or wrinkles, anything. I know a lot of people who love to add this to their, just add a drop into their creams. And the doTERRA of their face line actually has some in there as well. But you can also just add this. It's wonderful, supportive for the skin health as well as your overall health. It's really good, actually, frankincense, for the nervous system. So I'm a chiropractor, and the nervous system is really important. Obviously, it controls everything in your body. You cannot live even a split second without it. And so the frankincense is really, really supportive for the nerve system and the brain. It's really relaxing to the nerve system. And so with us kind of fast pedaling a lot through our days, The frankincense is really relaxing. So I like to actually take a drop internally, just like this, just a drop before bed, just to kind of calm my nervous system from the busy day. Or you could, or I'll put a drop in my hands and put some fractionated coconut oil or some cream, my face cream, and just kind of rub it around my face. It's wonderful. So you can use that topically. One of the very common ones used topically is called Deep Blue. So Deep Blue, it's hard to see. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that. Deep Blue is their soothing blend. It's really wonderful for aches and pains. It's really supportive for that. So again, I have a lot of clients that come in with different aches and pains. And so although the Deep Blue won't correct the cause of why you're in pain, right, it will definitely support you in processing the pain and getting through it. So I know one day I had done a crazy workout, right? So the cause of my pain was my muscles were so sore from a crazy workout. And I had a hard time walking up and down those stairs. So I put some Deep Blue in my cream and rubbed it over those sore muscles. And then the stairs weren't so intimidating anymore. It was amazing. I was blown away. I have a lot of people who take it to support their joints, any inflammatory joints, that it's really supportive to help them. So especially first thing in the morning, you know, people who have some knee stuff going on, you can just rub it on topically. Now this oil, because it has wintergreen, it will not be an oil that you take internally. So even though it has the certified pure therapeutic grade right here, it does not have that supplemental facts on it, okay? So it's still certified pure and therapeutic grade, but because it doesn't have that box like the other ones did, you will not take that one internally. It also says it on there, but if you're not up for reading it, you just want a quick glance, okay, oh, this one has a box. This one you can take internal. This one does not. You will not take this one internally, okay? This is a topical blend. So topical use, of course, is wonderful in massage. It's wonderful to help with skin. You have to understand that anything that goes on your skin will get into your bloodstream within 30 seconds, okay? And it's going to hit every organ in your body within just a few minutes. So just because you're putting it on topically doesn't mean you're not getting the benefits of it internally. You absolutely are. What you put on your skin gets absorbed and is food for your body, just as if I put it in my mouth, all right? So it's very important. That's why it's really important to know what is in your skin products, what you're putting on your body, okay? So they've created these wonderful touch lines. So the touch oil. So here's the Deep Blue here in a touch version, which means that it has some fractionated coconut oil already ready to apply, okay? So I can just apply this right on, and then I don't even have to use my hands to rub it in. So if I was on the go and I didn't want to contact it, that would be a good one to do. Or sometimes they're just really strong. Like oregano is a really hot oil. I don't necessarily, it could actually burn my skin if I put it on straight. So in this case, then we have it in the touch version, and then I can apply it without worry, right? So I just actually this past weekend, we were applying it on my niece with warts. Amazing. She's had the wart for a really long time, and she's tried all kinds of stuff and nothing helped. And so I told her oregano oil. So I was with her for a few days. So we did it morning and night, and the change in just 3-4 days was amazing. She was really excited to see that by Monday, she wouldn't have a wart anymore when she went to school. So that was really exciting. But because the oregano is hot, on the wart it's fine, but if it touches the outside of the skin, for her it was on her hand, if it touches the outside skin, it can kind of burn. So that's why the coconut oil in there. You can use any other carrier oil that you want also for topical use for that. But these, the Touch series is wonderful for kids. and adults really, for just applying that right on your skin. So I do want to share my story. This is the oil that changed my life, is the past tense. I have had headaches and migraines since I've been a kid, not necessarily on, a daily, weekly basis or anything like that, but sometimes monthly, sometimes not. And I can get some pretty bad migraines. And pretty much because I've been living the natural lifestyle, I've never taken a medication in my life. I've never had an aspirin or Tylenol or anything like that in my entire life. And because of that, when I would get sick, and especially those migraines, there was nothing I can do. I got adjusted by my chiropractor, of course, making sure that there was no interference in my nervous system. And then I went to sleep. I basically just had to go through it and sleep and hope that it would be gone the next day. And sometimes I had to get adjusted a couple times to make sure that it would go away. But there wasn't really much I can do other than being proactive and trying to prevent them from coming in the first place, right? Eating well, making sure my hormones are balanced, making sure I get adjusted and I don't let it go too long. Things like that is things I could do proactively. But once I got it, there wasn't much I could do. And I had tried other companies' essential oils for headaches, their migraine and headache blends that they had. And I never, ever saw any relief. And so I didn't really, I had essential oils, but I didn't really get into it. And a dear friend of mine was starting with doTERRA. And so I got a kit and saying, okay, I'll do this with you. But I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. And the first day I got my oils, I got this past tense. I happened to have a migraine. So I was really debating, do I finish up my old one before starting this one? Because chances are it may not work, but maybe it will. So I took a chance and I got this oil and I rubbed it on. So I just took it, I rubbed it where I had my headache, right? I rubbed it all over like that. And I got my adjustment and I went to bed. And I was like, I'll see you kids tomorrow, because it was so bad. I had to fall asleep before it got worse. And I went to bed and I came back downstairs to see my husband and kids 15 minutes later. No joke, 15 minutes later. And my headache, my migraine was gone. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. My headache was actually gone. And that had never happened before in my life. In the hundreds of migraines I had over the course of my life, I had never had them go away like that. So I was obviously curious. What was in this oil, and why did this oil work versus the others? And it's all for the reasons I've been explaining to you. The purity, the therapeutic aspect of it, right? Where it comes from, those are all so important and what make a difference in an essential oil. So this one is a topical oil, the past tense. You apply it wherever there's that tension. I even love to rub it if it's going down my neck, like all the way down. So it's a wonderful topical oil as well. And it's really, really changed things for me and made me realize that just because I want to live a natural lifestyle doesn't mean I have to suffer through being sick. Just like that On Guard. Oh, I have a scratchy throat. I take this and 9 times out of 10, it goes away. Or if I do get sick, it lasts a day instead of 3 days or a week, right? So nourishing our bodies and really it really gives us the tools to stay healthy and be healthy. So if you haven't experienced these before, a therapeutic grade pure oil, I highly recommend you contact the person who sent you to this video and talk to them about that and discuss with them what would be the best thing for you to get started with, and how is the best way to get you started. Okay. Now, I've talked about the essential oils. You can take them right aromatically. You can use them internally, and you can use them topically. All right. And those are wonderful. And we need to establish a healthy foundation, right? For us to be healthy in our world, it's not just about treating symptoms, right? making sure that we are getting the nourishment that we need every day to ensure that we can be healthy for the rest of our lives is extremely important, right? Being proactive. And that's why actually the #1 product in doTERRA is not a bottle of essential oil. It's actually their Lifelong Vitality Pack. So their Lifelong Vitality Pack is comprised of these 3 bottles here, these 3 supplements, okay? And it is absolutely amazing. It is a whole food supplement. Of course, that's really important, making sure that it's whole food, right? And it's all put in optimal ranges so that your body will actually absorb it. And we can talk about this a little bit more in detail with if you want, if you have more questions about it and you're interested in this product. But basically, it's all an optimal product. So you're not getting like this much zinc so that you can absorb this much, right? It is because it's coming from a whole food compound. They've formulated in a proper way that what you are getting, you are going to absorb. Okay, so you don't need to get this much to absorb this much. You're going to absorb it all. Okay, so it's all in optimal ranges of what your body needs. So we have here, we have the multivitamin, right? The Microplex and VMZ is the multivitamin. And then we have, making sure that you're getting all your nutrients every day. You also have the omegas. Your omega oils are extremely important for brain function and making sure the nerves can send the signals properly. So your omegas are really, really good. And then they have a cellular vitality complex, making sure that your cells are functioning properly. They need certain nourishment for that. So these 3 all together are amazing complex that Lifelong Vitality really is for lifelong vitality. And giving you that energy that you need, and giving you the nutrients that you need. And all in all, it really helps with, all together with the ingredients in here are very anti-inflammatory, right? And not just whole foods, but you're getting the benefits of the essential oils. So they have comprised in here different essential oils. So this one has the caraway and ginger, peppermint, all kinds of wonderful oils are infused in these products. So you're getting the benefits of the food and the essential oils all in one. So it is amazing, amazing product, and that's why it's their #1. You're getting both in one product. So amazing. So definitely talk to the person who sent you to this this recording about those products and how to get them in your daily life. Okay. So of course, so we want to make sure that we are eating a good foundation, that we're healthy. The diffuser is making Halloween effects for us today. All right, there we go. Got some fog going on. And so, let's see here. All right. So yeah, so we want to make sure that we have a good foundation, right? Good foundation of health. The things that we can be proactive about, right? It's your responsibility to eat healthy, right? To support your eating habits, whether you eat really healthy or not, then you have these products, right? The Lifelong Vitality. The rest, you got to make sure you have proper rest and sleep, and you deal with your stress, right? That's also extremely important. So if you're not sleeping properly, you have to look at why, right? What are those causes? There's certain things that we can do to help ourselves. And then there's some essential oils that will also help support it. We have our lavender that is really, really soothing and calming, right? I also talked about the frankincense. And then we have this wonderful blend called Serenity. Serenity is also a blend of all those top oils that are really calming and that cause that anxiety, and it really helps calm that down. So it calms us from our anxiety as well as helps us sleep. So there's making sure that you have the support you need for proper sleep, right? We have exercise. So making sure that you are getting your heart rate up, that you're exercising your heart, that you're also strengthening your muscles, right? If you don't use them, you're going to lose them, right? So making sure that those are all things that you have in your power. So then you have the oils that help and support you with your athletics, right, with your exercise. So we talked about deep blue if you're sore, anything like that, and there's all kinds of other wonderful oils. And then we have the chemical stresses or chemical toxins in our environment that we can reduce. So making our own natural cleaners, making our own vitamins or cleaner products and things like that. You drinking the lemon in the water. So I love every day here. So I have my glass of water. You basically just put a drop of water in your cup in the morning, and it's a really nice light detox. If you've ever heard of lemon in your water to drink, it helps detox and break away at all the toxins that you ingest every day. The lemon is really, really powerful. You don't want to put in a plastic cup. You definitely want to make sure it's glass because it will actually eat away at the plastics. And it does that in our body. All those plastics that we breathe in every day, all of that helps. It goes in our body. The lemon will actually eat away at it and help detox that. So reducing our toxic load is extremely important as well, right? So those are all things that you are your own best advocate for that. You're the only person who can make those changes and choices in your life. And there's there's an oil to support you in all of those categories. And then there's, of course, the when you have symptoms, right? The medical proactive healthcare part of it, in which case you now don't need a prescription. You can go to your own medicine cabinet and get some natural medicines that are very safe and effective, and you don't have to worry about side effects. So definitely what you want to do now at this point is see where to start for you. So contact your wellness advocate that sent you to this video, and you're going to talk to them about how to get these in your home. And there's a couple ways to get them in your home. You can purchase retail, just like any other store that you would go to. You can purchase these essential oils at a retail cost as well by going to their website and clicking shop, right? Or you can actually get a wholesale account. So you can pay the same thing I pay, you can pay the same thing the big guys in the company pay, and you can get your own wholesale account either through a membership, just like at Costco or Sam's Club or whatever other membership companies there are out there, right? You can pay a $35 fee, and then you have wholesale costs for the rest of the year. The best way to get essential oils is actually to get a starter kit. So there's all kinds of sizes of starter kits, okay? Anything from small to I want to be ready for anything that comes my way, and I want every essential oil on the block, right? So there's everything in there for everybody, and your wellness advocate will help you figure out which one is best for you. And that will waive your $35 membership fee, so you'll get the free membership. And because you're ordering it in a kit, you're going to save a lot more money. All right, so that's actually the best, most efficient, economical way to get it. I offer for all those, this month actually, we have a great promotion with doTERRA that anybody who orders 200 points, which is actually one of these wonderful home essentials kit, which gives you a diffuser and all of those starter oils that I talked about today, or most of them that I talked about today. You'll get that with that kit and any of the kits that are 200 points or more. You will get free Balance, Serenity, and Citrus Bliss. Those are amazing mood oils. Helps with that scatteredness, anxiety, as well as giving you that boost of energy. So depending on what you're needing, there's 3 different wonderful mood oils. If you purchase that this month, you can also, a gift from me will get you the Elevation, which is our other mood oil as well. So I also have that as well. And anybody who purchases the Natural Solutions kit also will get a book, which gives you that reference book. I love this book. It references anything. So if it's something I haven't covered, or you forget, because this is a lot of information that I just covered, and you are not required to remember it all, right? So you can look up any condition and find out all the top oils. You can also look it up by oil. So if there's something that I haven't gone over or you forget, you can look up what those oils are good for. So it's a wonderful resource to have. So just know that it's okay not to remember everything. And if you have any questions, we have a wonderful Facebook group, Just Keep Dripping, that you can join and get some support on, get your questions answered. Also know about upcoming classes and things like that that are coming. And then we'll be here to support you. We have a wonderful support system in this company, so you won't be left high and dry with your essential oils hanging out in your closet. Okay, you will be able to get the support to use these. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, post a comment, or send me a personal message, or contact the person who sent you to this webinar, and we'll be happy to connect with you and get you going on your essential oil journey. All right? So have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next time.